What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So the December community day is just around the corner. Let's go through all the event details and then some tips and tricks for the event, timestamps below as always. By the way, if you feel like I'm talking too fast or too slow during this video, feel free to speed up or slow down the video in the YouTube menu below. So December community day is gonna be 2 days. It's gonna be December 18th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then the second day is gonna be December 19th, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So all local time, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Bonuses we're gonna have during both of those time frames are gonna be 3-hour incenses, 3-hour lure modules, half egg hatch distance, double catch XP, and double catch Stardust. So a lot of bonuses going down. Also, because it's the last community day of the year, there's 2 extra special bonuses we're getting between December 17th at 1 p.m. and December 19th, 11:59 p.m. all local time, which is going to be 25% less Stardust cost for trades and 1 extra special trade per day. So you can do 2 special trades per day, which counts as a legendary trade, a shiny trade, an unregistered in your Pokedex trade, or a purified trade. We're also going to be getting a Pokemon storage and item bag max increase. Currently, you can only max your Pokemon storage out to 5,000, but on December 16th at 1 p.m. TSD, you will be able to max it out to 5,500, and the item bag will be going from 4,000 to 4,500. So if you are a hardcore player, you can take your max even higher if you have the Pokecoins. Okay, so if you don't know, December Community Day is not just a specific Pokemon, but it takes all the Pokemon from the last years of Community Days and puts them all in one event so people can catch any of the shiny Pokemon or in the Community Day Pokemon that they missed during the whole year. In the wild on the December 18th, so on the Saturday, Machop, Roselia, Swablu, Gible, and Snivy and Fletching are going to be the Pokemon spawning in the wild, and they will all have 1 in 25 shiny odds. So very easy to get a shiny of any of these past Community Day Pokemon if you missed their Community Days this year. Then on December 19th, which is the Sunday, we're going to have Eevee, Duskull, Shinx, Tepig, and Oshawott boosted in the wild. And again, all of them will have a 1 in 25 shiny odds. So the days are going to be split up into 2. On the first day, I think we're getting the first half of the year's Community Day Pokemon. On the second day, we're going to get the second half and all 1 in 25. So super easy to get shinies for any of these. Also, Eevee's caught during the day will know the legacy move Last Resort. It's not a relevant move, but just something to note. That is a legacy on Eevee. Okay, we're also going to have special 2-kilometer eggs during the event. So you can get 2-kilometer eggs by spinning a Pokestop, and if you collect the 2-kilometer egg during the time frame I mentioned, so any old 2-kilometer eggs won't hatch these Pokemon, you can hatch Charmander, Weedle, Abra, Ghastly, Rhyhorn, Magikarp, Porygon, Elekid, Magby, Seedot, Piplup, and Badoo. All of them can be shiny. We also have exclusive raid battles. Now I believe these are going to be in the 1-star raids, but it's not clear here yet. They might make it so there are no raids appearing during the whole day except for these Pokemon, so maybe no legendary raids, but I believe all these Pokemon will be in 1-star raids at the very minimum. We're going to have Charmander, Weedle, Abra, Ghastly, Rhyhorn, Electabuzz, Magmar, Magikarp, Porygon, Seedot, and Piplup all in the raid battles. A lot of people ask me, what are the shiny odds going to be for the 2-kilometer eggs and the raid Pokemon? Now, I'll be honest, we don't really know because Niantic hasn't told us and they don't tell us this kind of stuff, but I'm going to make a guesses and I'm going to leave in the pinned comments below once it's closer to the event date and we find more information. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to base off last year because last year had a similar layout in which the 2019 Community Day Pokemon were appearing in 2-kilometer eggs and in raids. I believe that all those Pokemon did have a increased shiny odds, so not a 1 in 400 shiny odds, but a 1 in 125. So I believe all the raid battle Pokemon and the 2-kilometer egg Pokemon will have a 1 in 125 shiny odds, so not a boosted Community Day odds, still a generally boosted odds. It could be even higher than this maybe, and they might perma boost it, which makes it all 1 in 64. But again, Niantic doesn't tell us any of this stuff, so I'm going to leave in the pinned comments below closer to the date once we get more information on what I think the shiny odds are. But the 2-kilometer eggs and the raids are definitely not going to be shiny boosted to 125. They're going to be harder to get. We're also going to have a research during the day. We're going to have a special research story you can buy for $1 USD, which will get you a couple extra encounters and things like that. There's going to be a special timed research from December 18th, 11 a.m. to December 20th, 10 a.m., which will have tasks focused on the Pokemon that have been featured in the Community Day. And there are going to be exclusive field research tasks from December 17th to December 20th, 10 a.m. PST, which will reward you Mega Energy for all of these Pokemon. I'm actually going to make a separate video closer to the date. It'll probably drop on this day, going through all of the research and the specific tasks and rewards you get because we don't know any of them yet. But stay tuned for that video in which we'll go over what the timed research are and what you can get from it, what the field research tasks are, and are they worth doing it to get that Mega Energy for those Pokemon? And finally, is the special research story even worth it? Is it worth buying that $1 special research story? Now, these are going to be all the shiny possible Pokemon you can get during the day by catching or evolution. Remember, some of these are from 2020, so they're not going to have boosted odds, but these are all potential shinies you could get. There's going to be exclusive Community Day bundle from December 17th, 10 a.m. to December 20th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you might have to translate that to your time zone, which will be for 1,200 Pokecoins featuring 50 Ultra Balls, 6 Star Pieces, an Elite Fast, and Elite Charge Champ. So actually not a terrible box because you do get an Elite Fast and Elite Charge Champ, and there's going to be 30 free Ultra Balls in the shop that you can pick up for no extra cost. Finally, between December 17th, 10 a.m. and December 20th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can evolve some Pokemon to get the legacy moves. I'm not going to go through every single one in this video, but I'm going to show them on screen. All of these Pokemon, you can evolve their second stage into their final stage evolution to get the following legacy moves on screen. We'll talk about which ones are good in a bit. Note, you cannot use regular Charge Champ on these Pokemon to teach them their legacy moves. You actually have to evolve the second stage into the final stage to to get it. Okay, that's all the event details. Let's get into the tips and tricks, starting with the 100% IVs for all the Pokemon. Now, instead of going through each and every single Pokemon and what their 100% IV is, because I feel like that's going to be boring for most of you guys, I'm going to show you guys how to find 100% IVs for yourself. What I always like to search is going to be a Pokemon and then Go Hub. Pokemon Go Hub does a great job of showing us 100% IVs. So fill in any of these Pokemon, their name, for example, Gibble, Fleshling, whatever, into Google, search that name, and then click Go Hub in the first link below, and it'll look like this. You then want to scroll down to the Machop Perfect IV CP chart. This will show you the CP value you're looking for that will lead to 100% IV for a certain Pokemon. So these are going to be some important CPs you want to look out for if you want to know what the 100% IV is without having to catch it. Obviously, these are all the 100% IVs from level 1 to 50. However, there's certain ones you want to look at. First of all, level 15 is what you're going to get a Pokemon at from research. So 548 is going to be the 100% IV for Machop from field research. So if you get a Machop from a field research test and it's 548, it's going to be 100% IV. We then have wild spawns. If the weather is non-weather boosted, the highest level of Pokemon can be in the wild is going to be level 30. Machop gets weather boosted in cloudy weather. So if any weather other than cloudy weather, level 30 100% IV is going to be 1096. So if you see that CP in the wild, that's going to be 100% IV. However, if it's weather boosted, so if it's cloudy weather, Machop will be weather boosted up to level 35, which 1187 is going to be the 100% IV you're looking for. Now, of course, for example, you can find an 840 CP and you might say, oh, that's a level 23 100% IV, but it's not actually guaranteed for those lower levels because that could be a higher level Machop, but with worse IVs, bringing it down to an 840 CP. Also, I just want to mention, if you're going to be raiding or hatching any of these Pokemon, a non-weather boosted raid Pokemon or an egg hatch will all be at level 20. So if you are raiding or hatching some of the Pokemon we mentioned that are going to be in raids and in eggs, the level 20 CP is the value you want to look for the 100% IV. And if the raid is weather boosted, so for example, Machop in cloudy weather in a raid, it will be level 25 since it's 5 levels higher. So level 25 is going to be the weather boosted 100% IV you're looking for if you're going to be doing weather boosted raids during the day. So again, just fill in a Pokemon's name and then Go Hub, look at that chart, and you can find out 100% IVs for any of the Pokemon you look for. Now let's talk about the spawns during the event. Day 1 and day 2, what are the best ones to focus on each day? What are the most relevant Pokemon? Let's get into it right now. We're going to start with the Pokemon Machop. But first of all, Machamp, and specifically Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp is one of the best fighting type raid attackers in the game. So if you don't have some high IV Machops or high IV Shadow Machamps and you need candy for them, XL candy, all that sort of jazz, catch your Machops to get your Shadow Machamps going. Machamp is also a relevant PvP Pokemon in the Great, Ultra, and even the Master League. It's going to be ranked 42 in the Great League, 57 in the Ultra League, 86 in the Master League. Shadow Machamp's better in the Master League. In general, having a Machamp for the Great, Ultra, and Master League is definitely going to be worth it, and maybe even 2 variants for the Ultra League, since having one with the Legacy Payback, which is that Legacy move we can get during the event, which I'll talk about Legacies in a second, can be good to have as well. Machop is definitely one you want to get during the event. Candies, XLs, all that stuff. We also have Roselia spawning in the wild. Now, Roselia into Roserade is another great one to get. Roserade is actually a decent grass and poison type raid attacker, although poison doesn't see a lot of use in raids. A grass type raid attacker as Roselia is very good to have, so get yourself some Roserades if you don't have that. Also, Roserade with the 2 Legacy moves that you can get during this community day is actually a decent Pokemon. I'm specifically going to recommend it in the Ultra League and the Master League. Rank 164 in the Ultra League, even better than the Premier Cup, and rank 138 in the Master League. Although the rankings don't show very well, Roselia is a very spammy Pokemon and can do well on certain teams. If you don't have one for the Great, Ultra, and Master League, just get one because you never know, you might want to run one. Definitely a strong Pokemon for all 3 leagues, so get it if you miss the community day. We also have Swablu spawning in the wild. Now, Swablu evolving to Altaria. If you don't know, Altaria is a menace in the Great League. It's going to be rank 8 in the Great League, a very, very strong meta Pokemon, and you can even evolve it to get its Legacy Moonblast, which you're going to need. And then, of course, Altaria does have a Mega, so if you don't have enough XL candies to get an Altaria to level 50, so you can use that as a Mega. Definitely a Pokemon you can get if you miss that community. Now we have Gibble. Gibble is going to be the all-star of community days of 2021, probably the best community day we had this year, well, easily. Gibble evolving into Garchomp. Garchomp has some uses. So Garchomp can be used as a ground and a dragon type raid attacker. Very good Pokemon there, and you can even evolve it to get Earth Power, which is what you're going to want if you're using it as ground type raid attacker. Garchomp also does have a Mega, so if you don't have a good IV Gibble, to evolve into Garchomp, to use as a Mega if it ever comes out, go after that. And then Garchomp in the Master League is very good as well in the Master League Classic, which of course you're raid attacking Garchomps, you can use in the Master League as well. All in all, Gibble, catching them, getting those XL candies, getting those candies, getting those shinies, getting those IVs, whatever you want to do, catch every Gibble you see. Snivy's also spawning in the wild. I'll be honest, Serperior, not an amazing Pokemon I'd run. Can be run in the Ultra League, but you do need XL in the Ultra League. There's a lot of better grass types like, you know, Venusaur in the Ultra League to run. So honestly, I would prefer to focus on the other spawns, but if you do see some Snivies and you're missing some XL candy, you can catch them. And then finally we have Fletchling. Now Fletchling evolving into Talonflame. Talonflame is like, I think rank 2 in like the Ultra League right now. Yeah, rank 3 in the Ultra League right now. Literally just a beast in the Ultra League, and even can run it in the Great Great League. Not as good in the Great League, but you can still run it there. Talonflame to actually run it in the Ultra League. You want to get yourself 100% IV and then take it to level 50 to run in the Ultra League. You can also get a 13, 15, 15 and then Best Buddy and run the Ultra League. I think that's the rank one. So that's an option for you. But just close to 100% IV, XL it, run the Ultra League. It's going to be super strong. But again, you need to be above level 40 to get XL candies. If you're watching this and you don't know what I'm talking about, XL candies, it's a candy you get if you're above level 40. And it allows you to take your Pokemon to level 50. That's going to be day 1 for the spawns. Day 2, first of all, we have Eevee spawning in the wild. Now the 2 best evolutions to get candy for are going to be Umbreon and Sylveon. First of all, Umbreon, good in the Great and the Ultra League, but in the Ultra League, you do need level 50 XL candies. And then Sylveon, good in the Master League and good in the Ultra League as well. And even the Great League, but not as good in the Great League. Those are the best evolutions, I would say. All the other ones are kind of just spice picks that you can get, but you're not really worth it. And one thing I do want to note, if you're going to be evolving Eevees into those Pokemon I mentioned, the Umbreon and the Sylveon, first of all, the Sylveon, you need to get 70 buddy hearts with your Eevee. So make sure if you have some Eevees you plan on evolving, get those 70 hearts before the community day. So start right now because there won't be any, easier method to get the hearts during the community day. I believe at the moment I'm making this video. Then Umbreon, you need to walk 10 kilometers and then evolve it at nighttime. So you're going to want to make sure you walk those 10 kilometers before the community day and then evolve it, the night of the Saturday when you can get the legacy moves. We also have Duskull spawning in the wild. Honestly, you can avoid this one. Zero relevance. Shinx spawning in the wild. Luxray. Honestly, you can avoid this one. Luxray is not very good. Same goes with Tepig and Samurott. Samurott, you can use it in the PvP league. Me rank 79 in the Ultra League and 99 in the Great League. So a decent Pokemon to run there, but they're definitely better water type choices. But of course, it is available if you don't have any Pokemon like, Swampert and any of those super meta water types. If you're going to play one day, the Saturday is going to be the way better day to play. There's pretty much the most relevant spawns are going to be on the Saturday. A couple things before I move on. First of all, I want to talk about PvP IVs. If you don't know, you want low attack, high defense, high stamina for PvP. If you don't know why, I'm just going to link below a video because I'm not going to explain it in this video. But it pretty much just makes your Pokemon bulkier. Now, there's a certain set of IVs for all the Pokemon I just mentioned, which is going to be the best PvP IV or the rank 1, which is like the strongest IV set you could have for PvP of that Pokemon. Instead of going through every single Pokemon and how to get their PvP IVs, I'm going to show you guys how to find out the best PvP IVs for each league for each of the Pokemon. I'm going to leave a link below, but stadiumgaming.gg, shout out to them. You come to this website, it'll be linked below and you can search any Pokemon. For example, let's take a look at, Machamp. You're just going to search Machamp here. In here, first thing you want to do here is just click change button. Since all the Pokemon we're going to be catching today are going to be in the wild, you're going to want to click wild catch because that's the lowest IVs can be 0, 0, 0 in the wild. And then here you can choose if you're level 40 or if you're not level 40, if you want to include XL Pokemon, which means Pokemon above level 40. I definitely recommend just keeping this on because you can keep IV sets at later dates. Once you get XL candy, you can power up and you can include best buddies. If you want to include level 51 Pokemon, in which they will require you to best buddy the Pokemon for it to actually be relevant. Once you've done that, you want to choose Great, Ultra, Master, whatever cup you're looking at. Let's say we're looking at a Machamp in the Ultra League, then just click the recalculate button. And then here it'll show you the rank 1, the rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, rank 5, all the way down, and it'll show the IV sets. So 0, 15, 14, 0, 14, 12, 1, 15, 15. So you can do that for any of the Pokemon here that are going to be relevant for the Great and the Ultra League, since in the Master League, what I'm talking about here doesn't apply because in the Master League, you just want 100% IV. You want the highest possible IV set. But for the Great and the Ultra League, for most of these Pokemon, there are exceptions. Come into this website, input the Pokemon, and then you can find out what the top IV sets are for the Great, Ultra, and Master. And don't worry about getting the rank 1, like the rank, 38 will still do very well in PvP. Finally, there's a lot of legacy moves as we talked about. I actually made a full video breaking down what are the best Pokemon to evolve during this community day, what are the best legacy moves to get out of all the legacy moves you can get during this community day by making that evolution. I'm gonna link that video below. Feel free to check it out and it'll be carded up here as well if you haven't checked it out. Okay, let's talk about eggs and raids. Are they worth doing? If you don't know, the 2-kilometer eggs are gonna have these Pokemon and the raids are gonna have these Pokemon, which are the 2020 community day Pokemon. First thing I'm gonna say here, I do not think you should be using your raid passes or your egg incubators on any of these Pokemon. Look at these spawns right now and don't tell me that almost 95% of these Pokemon are common wild spawns. Charmanders you see everywhere. Weedles you see everywhere. Abras are kind of rare, but you still see them pretty commonly. Ghastlies you see them everywhere. Rhyhorns are pretty common. Electabuzz and Magmar are kind of rare, but they just had spotlight hours. Magikarp super common. Porygon is a rare spawn, but I think it's boosted in cities during this season. Seedot's common and Piplup is common. So is spending $1 a raid pass just to get an encounter with one of these Pokemon, which you can easily get in the wild? Of course, the IVs are going to be higher. I still don't think it's that worth it. So I recommend, even if you missed a bunch of 2020 community days, you didn't get any of the community days or shiny of these Pokemon, I don't think it's really worth going ahead and spending a bunch of money on incubators or spending money on raids to try to get the shinies or try to get the hundo or things like that, because I think over time you'll catch some of these Pokemon in the wild, and then at one point we're going to get an opportunity to get the legacy moves again. So I don't think it's really worth going after these Pokemon. You can do what you want. In the end, it's your money, but I'm just saying right now, my tip for you is avoid the eggs, avoid the raids. Now let's talk about Stardust. If you watch my video on research for December, you know that you should be stacking the task, use 5 berries to help catch Pokemon, which gets you a Fungus. Send 10 gifts to friends, which gets you a Delibird, and earn 3 candies walking with your buddy, which can potentially get you a Meow. Now, all those 3 Pokemon I just mentioned actually get you 500 Stardust per catch. So if you complete the task and you run from the task, it'll throw it up in your stack task, which you can counter that Pokemon at a later date. And that later date has come. It's going to be December Community Day when you're getting 2 times catch Stardust. Now, you can wait for a 3 times catch Stardust bonus, but me, myself, I'm going to be catching my Pokemon now. 500 Stardust per all these Pokemon times 2, and then times 1.5 if you're going to be activating a Star Piece will get you 1,500 Stardust per catch. If you stacked 100 of these tasks, throw on a Star Piece, catch them all, you'll be getting 1,500 Stardust in like, 20 minutes from catching 100 Pokemon. So be sure to catch those stacked tasks as the first thing you do during December Community Day once the bonus goes live. Also, Mega Evolution. If you don't know, if you Mega Evolve Pokemon, any Pokemon you catch that's the same type as that Mega, you'll be getting 1 bonus candy. What Mega Pokemon should be evolving during day 1 and day 2 to get the most candy? Now, during day 1, I think the most valuable spawn is going to be Gible. So evolving a ground or a dragon type Mega will be the best to do. Dragon Megas you can evolve are going to be Mega Charizard X and Mega Altaria and Mega Ampharos. Meanwhile, ground type Megas you can evolve are going to be Mega Steelix. I think the second most relevant Pokemon to get candy for is going to be Machop. Machop is a fighting type Pokemon, so Mega Evolving a Mega Lopunny is going to be your go-to if you want to get more candy for that. Other than that though, you can Mega Evolve a grass or poison type for Roselia, a normal or flying type for Swablu, a grass type for Snivy, or a fire or flying type for Fletch. Evolving a Mega Lopunny will actually get you extra candy from Machop and Swablu since it's part normal. And evolving something like a Mega Pidgeot will actually get you more candy for Swablu and Fletchling. Or Mega Evolving a Mega Venusaur gets you Snivy and Roselia candy. So there is a combination of Pokemon you can do, but I'm just going to go with the Dragon for the Gible. Now on day 2, we have Eevee, Duskull, Shinx, Tepig, and Oshawott. I think the most relevant spawn here in terms of meta use is going to be getting more candy for Eevee. So Mega Evolving a Mega Pidgeot or a Mega Lopunny is going to be your go-to. You also can Mega Evolve a Mega Gengar for Duskull if you want more candy for that. Mega Ampharos or Mega Manectric for Shinx if you want more candy for that. You can evolve Mega Charizard for Tepig. You can even evolve a Mega Water type for Oshawott if you'd like to Mega Evolve for that. During day 1, go with the Dragon. Day 2, go with the normal type. But in the end, it's going to be your choice what you Mega Evolve. The tasks for Mega Energy at Pokestops right now, by the way, are use 10 super effective charge attacks for 20 Mega Abomasnow Energy, catch 10 Grass type for Venusaur, catch 10 Fire for Charizard, catch 10 Water types for Blastoise Energy, and catch 10 normal types for Mega Pidgeot. And then Power Pokemon 5 times for the Kanto Stardom Energy, and Power Pokemon 5 times for either Pidgeot or Beedrill Energy. So if you need Mega Energy, you can either do that, or if you've Mega Evolved a Pokemon and you have it in your Pokedex, you can actually walk it as your buddy to get Mega Energy. So if you're missing Mega Energy for any of these Pokemon, make sure you get it now so you can Mega Evolve these Pokemon. Okay, let's talk about trading. During the Community Day, we're going to be getting 25% less Stardust cost for trades and 1 extra special trade per day. First of all, the 1 extra special trade per day means you're going to be able to do 2 lucky trades both days during the event. So what I recommend doing is come into your friends list. You're going to want to search lucky. You want to message your lucky friends here that live in your area, local lucky friend, and then you're going to want to go ahead and trade with them. These lucky trades have an IV floor of 12, 12, 12, so making sure you do those lucky trades, getting them out of the way is definitely essential if you want to have a high chance at 100% IV Pokemon. Also, after Community Day, I still recommend doing some regular trades. If you don't know, when you regular trade a Pokemon, there's actually a 5% chance that that Pokemon goes lucky, and as we mentioned, lucky Pokemon are going to be cheaper to power up and have a higher IV floor. So not only can you do the special trades for the possible chances of Shundos, but those regular trades still have chances at getting you Hundos. Of course, they won't be shiny, you can still get those high IVs. Finally, during the season of Heritage, if you're above level 40, you're actually getting a guaranteed XL candy every time you trade. So I definitely recommend saving any of the Pokemon like, the Gible, the Machop, any Pokemon you get extra XL candy for, and just mirror train those Pokemon because you just get a free XL candy every time you trade one. But trading 100 Machops gets you 100 free XL candy, definitely worth a deal there. Let's talk about the bonus. So we have Hatch, Egg, Incubator Distance, 2 times Catch Stars, and 2 times Catch XP. Are these bonuses really worth grinding? Half Egg Distance, I don't think is ever really a bonus worth grinding. Eggs in the end never really get you what you want. I think it's way better to go after wild spawns and research tasks because eggs are just a random pool of Pokemon. You can get them, but usually it's really rare to get what you want. So I think eggs are going to be a waste of money during this event. And of course, the egg pool is not amazing. If you want to know what the full season of Heritage egg pool, by the way, so what like 5, 10, and 12-kilometer eggs can get you, I'll just leave a link below to a video. 2 times Catch XP. If you don't know, when you hit an excellent throw and you catch a Pokemon, you're getting 1,000 XP. On a lucky egg, that's 2,000, and during this event, it's going to be 4,000 XP. So if you're low on XP, this event is not bad to grind XP. Of course, it's not as good as a 3 times Catch XP event or a 4 times Catch XP event. It still can be worth it to pop a couple lucky eggs, get some excellent throws. There's actually some pretty easy excellent throw Pokemon during this event as well. Machop, Gible, Duskull are 3 that I would say are pretty easy Pokemon to get excellent throws on. So hitting excellent throws on the easier Pokemon can be worth it to grind a lot of XP. Finally, we have 2 times Catch Stardust. 2 times Catch Stardust is a very good event to get a lot of Stardust. There's 3 times Catch Stardust, so I think if you're a free-to-play player and don't have a lot of Star Pieces, save them. But if you're a pay-to-play player, I definitely recommend probably running Star Piece like the whole time, because if you're going to be catching Pokemon like the whole time, on 2 times Stardust, you're going to be getting double stars plus the 1.5 multiplier from a Star Piece. You can get a lot of stars. Okay, let's go over some Incense tricks, and specifically tricks for players in the middle of nowhere. I know a lot of you guys still play Pokemon Go and you're in a rural area, there's not a lot of spawns near you, or you're stuck at home and you can't go out. Incense is going to be your best friend. Any Incense you activate accumulate during the event is actually gonna be lasting 3 hours. So what are some tricks to use that incense to the fullest potential? First of all, we have the incense refresh trick. If you don't know this trick, most of you probably know it by now because I've said it a billion times. It allows you to refresh your incense so you can get spawns faster. First on screen, I'll play a video of a regular incense spawn. As you can see, once the last Pokemon disappears, the next Pokemon takes a couple seconds to reappear on the map. There's actually a way to refresh that incense spawn and make it refresh faster so you can get more spawns off your incense. What you're gonna wanna do is once that first spawn disappears, just click your friends list, open your friends, it'll refresh that spawn and that spawn will appear. We also have the stack 24 hours task, which is actually credit to the Trainer Club. I'll link his channel below. I believe he came up with this trick, but pretty much during 3-hour incenses, if you don't know, you can actually use 8 incenses at 3 hours a pop and get 24 hours of incense if you're gonna be playing Pokemon Go during like the whole night or grinding the event after community day, instead of having to pay 24 incenses. So you know, on Sunday at 4 p.m. local time, go ahead, pop 8 incenses, you'll get 24 hours of incense. So you can play the, I think it's the holiday event that's going down there, off incense, and have, you know, 24 hours of incense for only the cost of 8. Finally, I'm gonna put a code right here that you can actually redeem in the shop right now, which will get you 1 free incense, I believe 30 Pokeballs, and 1 lucky egg. If you haven't claimed this promo code yet, make sure you claim it because you can get some free items. I'll leave a link below on how to actually redeem the code because it's different on iPhone and on Android, but make sure you claim that code to get a free incense because I don't believe we're gonna be getting a free incense during December Community Day. Okay, let's talk about platinum medals. If you don't need 35 platinum medals to go from level 48 to 49, what are some good platinum medals to grind during the event? First of all, of course, we have the type medals. Type medals require you to catch 2,500 of any type of Pokemon. So taking a look at the spawn list here, any Pokemon that you don't have the medals complete for example, like the Dragon Medal is the one that not a lot of people have. Make sure you catch a bunch of Gibbles to work towards your Dragon Medal or whatever type medal you might have to complete. We also have the Picnicker Medal, which requires you to use Lure to help any trainer catch 2,500 Pokemon. We are getting 3-hour Lure modules during the event, so what I recommend doing is going to a downtown area, a very busy area, right before the community day starts. And once the community day starts, be the first person to drop lures on the busiest places in your area. Since it's a busy place, a lot of trainers will be coming there and using your lure and catching Pokemon, and it'll be working towards your Picnicker Medal to complete this medal. Also, Magikarps will be in 2-kilometer eggs and will be in raids. If you don't know, the Big Carp Medal requires you to catch a Magikarp above this weight. So if you do hatch a, you know, Magikarp above that weight, or you catch one in the raid battles that's above that weight, it will work towards your Fisher Medal if you're gonna be grinding Magikarp. And also, you can actually hold on to those Magikarps and trade them with a friend. And when you receive a Magikarp above this weight, it actually counts towards this medal as well. So if you and your friends save a bunch of XL Magikarps and trade them, you can work towards that medal. Finally, I think one of the best medals to work on during this event is going to be the Rising Star Medal, which is defeat 150 species of Pokemon in raids. Now, although I didn't recommend really doing raids, the only time I would actually recommend doing the raids that I'm looking at right here is for this medal. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different species of Pokemon in raids during this event. So if you haven't ever raided for any of these Pokemon, make sure to raid them at least once so you can put another point towards your Rising Star Medal. I think I haven't raided for any of these Pokemon, so if I just raid 9 of them, I will get my Rising Star Medal Platinumed. So try to think back and be like, yo, have I raided any of these Pokemon yet? Raid them at least once so you can work towards your Rising Star Medal because there is a very big pool of raid Pokemon during this event. Finally, let's go through some general tips for the event. These are tips that pretty much go for any event. Use the quick catch technique to skip the catching animation, will allow you to catch Pokemon faster, and you can even take this to the extreme and use the AR mode. You'll skip the initial encounter animation, and I think you can catch Pokemon in like 3 seconds with both those techniques combined. Also, make sure you have a buddy that's at least a Great Buddy level equipped. The Great Buddy will give you the catch assist, which is that bounce back your Pokemon does. Make sure you have a Great Buddy equipped, so if you miss a throw, your buddy will assist you. Play in a busy downtown area, of course, if you have the option and you want to get the most spawns. A downtown area with a lot of stops and a lot of spawn points is going to be your best place to play. Of course, that's obvious. Don't catch Pokemon before 11 a.m. or do research unless you're moving. If you don't know, if you catch Pokemon before the event starts, when the event starts, those spawns would have turned into event Pokemon. It could have been shinies, could have been, you know, good IVs or whatever. So if you catch them before 11 a.m., I believe it's like 30 minutes before 11 a.m., so like 10:30. Stop catching at 10:30 because at 10:30, any of those spawns you catch could potentially be shinies once the event starts. And same goes with research. If you complete any research the day of before the event starts, when the event starts, since the research has already been completed at certain Pokestop, it won't turn into event research and you'll miss out on possible research tasks, which could lead you to 100% IVs and shinies and all that. So I would just kind of avoid playing before 11 a.m. Also, join a local Discord to get call outs. If you don't know, local Discords are great because players in there can call out 100% IVs and high IV Pokemon to you. For example, you know, at my local park, if there's 100% IV, a player might go there and then say, yo, 100% IV, you know, Charmander at this park, go get it now. And then you can go out and hunt it and maybe possibly get a Shundo. Joining a local Discord can definitely be worth it. Finally, catch everything. Since we do have 2 times catch XP and 2 times Stardust, the more catches you make, the more XP and Stardust you're getting. So if you catch 1,000 Pokemon, you're getting a lot more XP and Stardust than if you catch 500 Pokemon. So catching everything you see, even if you don't want the Roselia, technically catching it still gets you Stardust and XP. Last tip I have for you guys, and the most important one, and I always forget to mention it, is have fun, guys. If you're not having fun during community day, or you know, your back hurts, your legs hurt, or you don't feel like grinding, don't don't grind. In the end, Pokemon Go is a game. It's not a race with anyone like that. You're not missing out on anything. Playing Pokemon Go, as long as you're having fun, is the most important. Hope you guys learned something from this video and are ready for December Community Day. Comment below any tips I missed, because you know I'm not perfect and you guys know a lot of tips as well. So comment below any tips and feel free to read the comments below, because there might be some very important tips that I missed during this video. Good luck during December Community Day, guys. Stay tuned for my live stream, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday and Sunday. See you guys in the next one. Follow from tips, everyone. Peace.